Let's go back to Colleen Williams at the Education Nation Experience.
And she's joined by our Conan Nolan, who is live at Exposition Park with her. Colleen, Conan, good to see you both.
You know, Robert and Anna, we just saw about 60 students from Griffin Middle School in East LA go by, so I promised them I'd sort of give them a shout out here. They've just come through the Education Nation Experience. This is all about a dialogue or a conversation about education in America, really, not just the problems, but the solution. And Conan is here right now with one group that has a big solution. We hear about budget cuts and protests. This group is operating without any money at all.
Well, no taxpayer money,
No taxpayer
certainly.
money.
It started, Colleen, in the early 90s, 1993 to be exact. A woman named Agnes Stevens, living in Santa Monica, noticed the homeless population there, and she asked herself, what about the children? She discovered many were in school, many had dropped out. She started to tutor them in a park in Santa Monica, and that gave rise to an organization that has expanded to cities now across the country. An organization that, as you pointed out, does not take 1 penny in taxpayer money. It's fueled by love of children, and for the power of knowledge. It is 4 o'clock on a Thursday afternoon, and as she has done every day at this time for the better part of a year, Zandy, an 8-year-old second grader, struggles to master the written word.
When will it be dark? Soon.
Remember this one's
Sweetheart.
There is urgency in her effort. An exam is scheduled at school in just 2 days.
So what I'm really trying to do is help, know how to read, and I want to learn really bad, and I really want to pass this test.
It is a goal shared by Sarah Goff, a television production editor and volunteer tutor, whom each week helps Sandy navigate her storybook.
There have been many challenges. We used to not get through more than a couple pages in a book, and now we're reading through whole books.
How much do you love Sarah?
You start right here and go all the way around the world.
Such are the measures of success for those whose passion is education and whose challenge is to bring it to children living in the shadows of life. Zandy is homeless, as is David.
Together?
And Samantha. All three live in a family shelter in North Hollywood, one place among many where volunteer tutors seek out school children in need of help.
Our program covers kids who are in shelters, motels, group foster homes, cars, and on the streets.
Catherine Meek is the executive director of School on Wheels, a Southern California privately financed nonprofit which serves 6,200 homeless school children from Santa Barbara to Orange County.
Homeless kids are very transient, so they move around from shelter to shelter, and every time they move, they fall further behind in school, as you can imagine. And so our goal is to help them catch up with what they've missed when they move around so much. And the tutor is that consistent role model who comes every single week, and they come just for that kid, not for anyone else. I'm here just for you. And that doesn't happen very often in their lives.
The goal, of course, is to keep these young people in school so that they'll eventually graduate, to give them an opportunity so that they will be able to stay out of homeless shelters in the future. Success stories abound. Take, for example, 19-year-old Angela Sanchez, a sophomore at UCLA.
We wound up at an emergency church shelter in Pasadena. Got up every morning, went to school, did my work. I had all AP classes, and then he would pick me up, and then we had to go back to the shelter because there was no home to go back to.
Angela was a first for School on Wheels. No one before had asked for help in calculus. They found her a tutor, a grad student from Caltech.
It was my School on Wheels tutor who first took me to a university campus. Now, Caltech is much smaller than UCLA, but nonetheless, it was the first university campus I had ever seen. And if anything, that's when you go, wow, I want to go to an institution like this.
Angela has started a School on Wheels chapter on the UCLA campus, also with the goal that while not every homeless student will go on to college, all deserve the chance at a better life.
If somebody graduates from high school or graduates from college, that is fabulous, but if a kid is so scarred by being homeless that they're under a table and won't come out, and we can get them to come out and sit at a table and do their homework or read a book, that's success.
That is success. What they need more than anything else are volunteers, tutors. If you can offer 1 hour a week of your time, they would love it. It's www.schoolonwheels.org. Here's the caveat, Colleen. You have to be there each week for that 1 hour. Consistency is fundamental to this program. They have to be there for the kid.
What a great idea. What a great story about this, too. And hopefully we can get more people involved and more tutors involved.